Hi guys, I thought I'd do this video and talk to you today about one of the things, observations that I've been making since I started up the mentoring program, since I started up the coaching business. And one of the things that we're really sort of teaching people within the program is all about consistency. And it feels amazing to be flagging this as such what could be and sounds such a basic point, but it's actually one that most people in life really struggle with. Consistency and doing things to a high standard at a regular level is just something that human beings rarely seem to have be capable of doing. One of the main things that I help people with in our program is with their client acquisition systems, is getting a system set up and right that is projecting you to making sure that you're consistently projected to your customers, to the outside world, making sure that your brand is consistently in people's faces, and making sure that you in turn have a system and a process that's reaching out to customers, that's regularly keeping in touch with them. And if you nail that, if you nail this process, then you're going to have a consistent revenue stream coming through to your business. And that is absolutely mission critical. So what do we teach? So fundamentally, one of the main things I look at is a personal brand, or as a content strategy from a personal brand perspective. I post every single day. I make sure I've got something that's personal. I make sure that's got something about the business. I make sure I've got something about entrepreneurship, and I make sure I put something out about just what I'm thinking, what the market's like. So people are aware that I'm in tune with what's going on. So potentially people can see that I understand as an entrepreneur, as a leader, what needs to be done. And I like to share my experience. And 5 days a week, I make sure that there's content going out in that way. What I also ensure I do is comment, share, interact with people that could really be of benefit to us as a business, and also who could be potential customers, be it from the recruitment business or from the mentoring program as well. And if I'm commenting on people's and liking relevant people's content, and then they're looking at my profile and they're seeing that I'm sharing insightful, thoughtful, interesting stuff on LinkedIn, that I've actually got a thought and an opinion, and we have a good business behind it, that what people tend to do is they tend to go over to your profile and then start exploring, seeing what you're about. And if they do that and they can see what we're good, we're credible, what we're saying is interesting, and what we're saying is impactful, then there's a good chance that when you reach out and connect with someone, you're going to connect with them. And the way the algorithm works is you guys will therefore start interacting and seeing each other's content. It's a great way of taking a cold relationship to a warm relationship. If that's happening, and you've also got really interesting content going out from your systems and tools, so that your email campaigns are running out to those potential customers, that your Dripify campaigns or your Reply.O LinkedIn campaigns, and then supporting the content that you're doing, what's happening is that these potential customers are getting you from every different angle. They're seeing you, they're believing in you, because you're seeing you consistently. And so even in the triangle and that you've got within sales, where only the tip, only 1 and 3% are hiring, the bit that you're looking for, that fuzzy bit in the middle of people that might potentially be customers, that aren't hiring now but could be potential customers in the future, they're the ones that we want to go for. All right, they're the ones that, when it comes to hiring, they're the people that are going to be great clients for us. And if they keep seeing your content, that means that when they eventually have an opportunity to hire, they're probably just going to go to you and talk about it. They're probably going to go and engage with you exclusively. Why? Because you're the person that's been frequently talking about their subject matter. What we do as well is we combine this content with interesting events and webinars. We put on webinars and we host webinars about topics that are relevant within our recruitment sector. We get great guests on board. Those guests could be potential customers. Those guests could be people that could be relevant to our customers. And we make sure that we invite, we pre-promote, we get all our potential customers from our leads that we've generated. We try and invite them to our events. We try and invite them to our webinars. Why? Because we're engaging them within a warm fashion. We're engaging them in a manner that isn't necessarily cold. We're not picking up the phone and going, do you want to have a job? Do you want to have a job? We're calling people up. We're inviting them to events. We're calling people up. We're giving them value. We're offering something that they might find insightful. And if you can be seen as a business that's offering value, if you can be seen as a business that is becoming authoritative within your market, well, the chances are when someone wants to hire, you're going to be the person that they're going to engage with. But you need to do this consistently. Don't blow hot and then blow cold. Blow hot and blow cold. You need to be out. You need to have your face out there all the time. You need to use your automated tools. You need to use offshore to make sure they're regularly reaching out to people. You need to make sure that you've got your content strategy nailed, and you need to make sure you're doing all this consistently. Now, you can get VAs to help you out, to do everything. You can send them Loom videos. You can show them how the AI tools and systems work. You can schedule all your posts. All you need is to sit back and think about what posts you want to write. You can use LinkedIn scheduling for all of those posts. If you just put some time aside to think about how you can be consistent, and if you do that week in, week out, which people don't tend to do, then you're going to get noticed. And I've been guilty myself of procrastinating, putting things off, and my God, do I regret it. I've been talking about doing a podcast for a long time, and I'm going to be doing that podcast. And you know what? How I'll be able to get noticed within that podcast? If I do more than 20 episodes, I'll be in like the top 5% of podcasters globally, because most people blow out hot and cold. If you are consistent with your marketing strategy, then you're not going to have a yo-yo business. You're not going to have a business that has loads and loads of jobs, and then you work the jobs, and then you go down, and then you go up, and then you go down. If you're consistently running your client acquisition system, if you've got a team structure that's in a layered approach, so you've got people looking after customers, you've got people looking after new business, you've got people looking after marketing, you've got operations looking after operations, then all those different layers, they'll make sure that the business flows consistently, with the client acquisition system flowing in, and from a candidate perspective, with your delivery function flowing candidates up. If you can get that nailed, and that's what I teach in the program, then you're going to have a great business, you're going to have a smooth operating business, and you're going to have a consistent business.